Hi everyone, welcome to practice. I am Sophia. I am going to be guiding you today through a 40 or so minute vinyasa flow practice, which is actually going to be more focused on a power flow. So we're going to be doing a few challenging poses today, but the whole sequence is really just meant to flow. So in and out of transitions, and we're really going to have fun. So it's going to be a bit of a challenging one. We're going to push to maybe some of our edges, some of our limits. So in a few poses we might fall, me including. But the whole point is really to challenge us and to go to the edges, go to our edges and push the boundaries a bit, and so we can improve. So I hope you will enjoy this practice, and when you're ready we are going to get started with a couple blocks next to you. You may need those today, and I've created a playlist which you can find in the comments section, so you can start that now if you would like. When you're ready, we're going to come to a child's pose. So with your big toes to touch, knees apart, stretching the arms in front and just resting the forehead onto the mat. Take a moment to just ease into the practice. Take a moment to acknowledge the space you're in, how the body feels. Take a moment to tune into the breath. Tune out from all of the happenings around you as well. Tuning into yourself, to your inhales and exhales. Noticing where the breath lives in the body. Feel the rise and fall with the breath. Let's take an inhale, feel the lungs, feel the diaphragm. Exhale it out. Then again, big breath in through the nose. Exhale, release. Beautiful. So now coming up onto all 10 fingertips. Start to create space underneath the armpits. And maybe start to tap each elbow down onto the mat. Just moving from side to side. Exploring the space. And now we're going to take a twist. So taking that right hand and threading it underneath the left shoulder and placing that right shoulder onto the mat, looking under our left armpit. And then we're going to take that left hand around, maybe tucking it in on the left inner thigh, or the right inner thigh rather. And then placing that left hand back down, extending it, and placing the right back to meet it. And then taking the left hand, threading it underneath the right shoulder, opening the chest up, and then taking that right hand around, tucking it on the left inner thigh, opening up to the side, and then placing that right hand back down. Coming back into our child's pose. And then we're going to roll up onto all fours, coming into our tabletop position. This time we're going to turn the hands around, so fingertips facing towards you, if this feels comfortable for you. or just do a normal cat-cow with hands face straight on. We're going to inhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze. We're going to exhale, round the back, knee to belly button, nose to belly button. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, we round. Last one, inhale, open. Exhale. Coming back to our neutral spine. Just let go of those hands and shake those wrists a bit. We're going to extend the right arm in front of us and then extend the left foot, forming one straight line. Let's take our elbow to knee touch. Extend it back. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, lift. We've got one more. Exhale to crunch. Inhale to lift. We're going to place that right hand back down. And then place those left toes down onto the mat, picking that right knee up into the chest. And then placing it back, tapping it onto the mat. Inhale to lift. And then we're going to take it to the right elbow to touch. Then we're going to take it back down. Inhale to lift towards the left elbow. Hold it here. Let's extend that right foot towards the side, planting it down onto the mat. Breathe that left hand up overhead. Take an inhale here, looking down towards the mat, placing that left hand down. Let's swing that right foot back and over, coming into three-legged dog. Take an inhale here. Exhale, bring that knee to nose, touch. Inhale, send it back. Exhale, bring the knee to nose, round the upper back, really creating space here. Then placing that right foot down, dropping that left knee, coming into a low lunge. Inhale to lift. Exhale, hands meet heart center. And then placing the hands back down in front of you. We're going to take a big step up towards the top of the mat. Inhale halfway. Exhale, we fold. Let's take an inhale to open the chest. Open the hands wide. Exhale, we close. Inhale to open. Exhale, hinge at the hips, forward fold. Inhale to halfway. Exhale to plant the hands back down, taking a big step back, high plank. Inhale at the top. Exhale, either drop the knees or lower halfway. Take an inhale here, coming onto our tiptoes. We're going to do a little press up. So exhale, let's bend halfway. And then inhale, press back. Exhale to bend. Inhale, press. We're going to do one more of those, but actually this time we're going to take a chaturanga to upward dog and then to our downward dog. So inhaling at the top, exhale halfway. Inhale to upward dog. Exhale back to downward dog. From our downward dog, we're going to ripple through back up to high plank. Let's drop the knees, come back into our tabletop. This time we're going to extend the left arm, extend the right foot. Take an inhale. Exhale, we've got knee to elbow. Inhale to extend. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale to extend. Got one more. Inhale. Exhale. Placing that left hand back down. I'm going to place also that right foot just onto her tiptoes. Let's pick that left knee in towards the chest. And then let's tap it back down onto the mat. Take an inhale, bring it towards the chest. Let's tap the left elbow. Place it back down touch the mat. Inhale to lift, tap the right elbow. Remember, hold here. Then we're going to extend the leg, placing the outer edge of that left foot onto the mat. Let's breathe that right hand up overhead. Take an inhale. Stay for the exhale. And on the inhale, we're going to look down, place that right hand down onto the mat, swing the left leg up, three-legged dog. Exhale, let's bring that knee to nose, touch. Inhale, extend it back. Exhale, we're going to bring the knee to nose. This time we're going to step it forward, drop the knee, low lunge. Untuck the toes. Take an inhale here. And on the next exhale, we're going to place the hands down, taking a big step to the top of the mat. Inhale halfway. Exhale, let's fold. We're going to inhale, open the chest, send the hands wide, send it tall, send it long. Exhale to close, hands meet at heart. Let's take a chair pose. So let's inhale, lift our hands up overhead. Exhale, let's bend in the knees. Making sure we can see our big toes. It's okay. Making sure we can see our big toes. We're going to lower all the way down so our chest rests on our belly, keeping our hands forward. Take an inhale. Exhale, let's extend the legs, forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, plant the hands, step back. Your vinyasa, either meet as in downward dog or move through a vinyasa with me. Amazing, guys. Let's inhale, lift our right foot up towards the sky, three-legged dog. On the exhale, let's bend the knee, bring it to the nose, touch. Inhale to extend. Exhale, we're going to bring that knee to the right elbow. Inhale to extend. Exhale, we're going to bring that right knee to the left elbow, touch. Hold here. And again, we're going to extend that right leg, breathe that left hand up overhead. Take an inhale. Stay for the exhale. And again, we're going to place that left hand down, swing that right leg up and back, three-legged dog. Inhale. Exhale, bend the knee, bring it forward, step it through, high lunge. Inhale to lift. Exhale to deepen. Let's take an inhale here. And then on the exhale, we're going to twist to the right. So sending that left hand in front, right behind. Maybe looking behind you. Making sure we're bending in that left knee. So we've got a bit of buoyancy here. Let's take an inhale, lift that left hand up overhead. Right hand rests on the back of the thigh. Maybe start to straighten now that left knee. Perhaps looking up overhead. Let's take an inhale. Exhale, place that left hand down onto the mat. Right hand up towards the sky, easy twist. We're not staying here for long. We're going to walk the hands actually towards the back of the mat. So turning the right toes in. And then we're bending in that left knee, coming into a Skandasana. Maybe that left heel is down on the ground. Maybe it's raised like mine. Bringing the hands to prayer. Take an inhale. And on the exhale, looking forward, we're going to press up into our warrior two. So press through that left foot, turn the right toes out, sink into that right knee, open the arms to parallel. Inhale to lift. Exhale to bend. Relax the shoulders, looking forward over that top hand. So now extend that right knee. Heel toe the left foot in slightly. Let's take an inhale to lean forward and then place that right hand on the inner edge of that right shin. Take that left hand up overhead, Trikonasana, triangle. And either keeping the arm up overhead is an option or tucking it on the inside of our right thigh, really opening up and lifting the chest towards the sky. Keeping a slight bend in the knee here, if you're hyperextendable like me. And this is where we're going to need the blocks here. So placing a block in front of you. We're coming into our half moon pose. So looking down, bend in that right knee, lift up through, lift the left foot, and also lift up through that right leg. And either having the block on the higher setting or the lower setting. Open the hips to the left-hand side. Option to look down, or maybe option start to look towards the sky. This is certainly harder. It's very challenging. It's good for us, pushing us to our edges. Maybe start to breathe that left hand up overhead. Maybe starting to lift that right hand up from the block and in towards the chest. And lift that left hand forward and start to rotate through the hips. So the hips are pointing down towards the mat. We're squaring the hips. Bring the hands at heart center, coming into our warrior three. Take an inhale here. And on the exhale, we're going to bend in that right knee. Tap that left knee behind the right ankle. Inhale to extend. Exhale to tap. Inhale to extend. Exhale to tap. And this time, hold at the tap. We're going to lower all the way down, coming into a seated twist. So making sure both bum cheeks are on the floor. Our right foot is placed on the floor. Right hand behind us. Let's inhale, lift our left hand up to overhead. Exhale, let's hook it on the outside of our right knee, looking behind us. Breathe. Let's now take a counter twist. So placing two hands on the outside of the left hip, bend in the elbows. Now let's press into that right foot, lift up and bend through the knees, coming onto our tiptoes. So coming into a balance here, placing the hands at prayer, at heart center, rolling the shoulders back and down. Option to stay here. Option, we're going to take a side crow. So let's inhale, rolling the shoulders back. Exhale, we're going to twist to the right, hooking the left elbow on the outside of the right knee, placing the hands onto the mat. Spreading those fingertips, we're going to bend in the elbows and we're creating a bit of a shelf here. So we're going to just gently lean forward and maybe our hips just start to pick up and our toes are lifted. And then maybe we're looking to the right side, sorry, the left, and maybe start to extend the legs. And then what we're going to do is place that left foot down onto the mat and then push through the hands, breathe that right foot up, three-legged dog. That's very challenging. Bringing the knee to nose, touch, and extending. And one more, we're going to breathe the knee to the nose, this time placing the right foot down. And also stepping the left foot in slightly, taking that foot to 45 degrees. Coming into our pyramid. So maybe if you're tight in the hamstrings, you might need the blocks framing the foot. And then making sure that right hip is pulled back. We've got nice relaxed shoulders. Take an inhale. And then exhale, starting to lower that chest towards that right thigh. Amazing, guys. We're doing so well. Okay, let's take that left block and place it in front of us, just underneath that left shoulder. Let's start to raise that left foot. We're going to come into a reverse half moon. So starting to lift up out of that right leg, placing that right hand behind you on your sacrum, and then just start to rotate to the right side. And maybe extending that hand overhead, looking up at that top hand. Taking an inhale here. And on the next exhale, we're going to bend that left knee, bring it towards the right, and scoop that right hand under, come all the way up to standing, bring that knee into the chest. From here, we're going to come into a pistol squat. So let's extend that left leg, grabbing the left foot before extending. And then we're going to slowly lower all the way, bending in that right knee towards the bottom of the mat. Extending both legs, coming into our Navasana, our boat pose. Rolling the shoulders back and down, opening the chest. Take an inhale. And on the exhale, we're going to lower to halfway, coming into our low boat. Take an inhale. Stay for the exhale. And maybe start to lift that right leg. Send it back. Maybe starting to lift the left. Sending it back. And maybe start to alternate the legs from side to side. Breathe. We've got 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And last inhale. Let's take them both low. And exhale, we're going to push all the way back up to our Navasana, our normal boat. And then we're going to cross the legs, bring the hands forward, take a vinyasa or into downward facing dog. I'm going to go into downward dog. I feel like I need a little rest. And just taking 3 breaths in downward dog to just recenter. Maybe even dropping the knees, coming into a child's pose if you need a bit more of a rest. This is just a good moment to acknowledge that we're not taking anything too seriously here. We're just having a bit of fun, we're having a bit of a play. This is just yoga. But it is a good way to just challenge us, and again, pushing our boundaries, taking us towards our edges, maybe showing us who we are. Not to get too deep into it. All right, that's enough of that waffle. Let's inhale, lift that left leg up towards the sky. Let's exhale, bend the knee, bring it towards the nose. Inhale to extend. Exhale, let's bring that knee to the left elbow. Inhale to extend. Exhale, let's bring the knee to the right elbow, taking a nice twist. And again, let's extend that left foot, place it down, breathe that right hand up overhead. We didn't do it on the other side, but maybe we want to do it this side. But can you start to try and lift that heel? Yeah. Breathe. This is a tough one. No wonder why I forgot it on the other side. Take an inhale. And then let's extend that leg behind us, three-legged dog. Inhaling here. Exhale, let's bend the knee. Bring it towards us. Touch the nose. Inhale, extend it back. Exhale, let's bring it towards us, towards the nose. Place that left foot behind the right. Rise to high lunge. Inhale, exhale to deepen. And maybe again, tucking that tailbone, bending in that right knee quite a lot. And find just a bit of buoyancy here. Let's inhale. Exhale, twist to the left. And then let's flip that right palm, take it overhead, take that left hand behind the right thigh, open up that chest up towards the sky. Maybe testing your balance by looking up overhead. Maybe start to straighten through that back leg. Breathe. Inhale. And then exhale, let's place that right hand down, coming into our easy twist. Breathe that left hand up overhead. And then we're placing that left hand down. We're going to walk the hands towards the back of the mat. So pivoting on that left heel, bending that right knee, Skandasana. And again, maybe the right heel is raised. Maybe it's on the floor. Doesn't really matter. Amazing. From here, we're pushing into our warrior two. So really strong through that right leg, and then bending that left knee, looking towards the top of our mat. Let's move. Well done, guys. Inhale to extend. Exhale to bend. Relax those shoulders, tucking that tailbone. We're going to extend that front knee. Let's heel toe the back foot in slightly. Inhale, reach forward. Take that hand down on the inside of that left shin. Breathe that right hand up overhead. Triangle. And then if you did it on the other side, maybe wrapping that right hand around, tucking it in on the inner left thigh. So right and left is really hard for me, guys. My mum actually thinks I'm dyslexic in my right and left, so sorry if I get it a bit confused sometimes. Amazing. We're doing great. Okay, we're going to start to look down towards the front of the mat. Bend in that left knee. Let's bring our brick with us. Place it in front of us at the top of the mat. Start to bend through that left knee. Bring that right foot up towards the side, flexing that right foot. Coming out and up of our shoulder. And just looking down at first, gain some balance here. Gain some stability. Maybe starting to look up, challenging us. This is a tough one. I think that's as far as I can go. Okay, unwrapping that right hand. Let's send it up overhead, coming into a full half moon. Okay, we're going to start to move into our warrior three. So now looking down, send that right hand overhead, starting to bring the hips down, squaring them towards the bottom of the mat, picking that left hand up, meeting it at heart center. Inhale here. Let's exhale, starting to bend that right knee, touch behind that left shin. Inhale to extend. Exhale to touch. Inhale to extend. Exhale to touch behind, hold here, and then we're going to lower all the way down, placing that right knee down, coming into a twist, bringing that left foot maybe on the outside of that right knee, making sure both bum cheeks are sat on the floor, left hand behind you, right hand up overhead. Let's tuck it on the outside of the right knee, left knee, sorry, twisting to the left. Amazing, guys. Last inhale. And on the exhale, let's counter. So both hands to the right side of the hip, bend in those elbows, open that chest. Now we're going to push through those hands, push through that left foot, pull the knee through, coming onto our toes. And again, option to just bring the hands to the chest and have a little balance, perhaps even closing the eyes. Option to take a side crow. And then, I forgot to say actually reverse kundinyasana, which is where we extend the legs. So side crow is where we have the legs, the knees bent. And then reverse kundinyasana is when we start to straighten the legs. And then once we straighten the legs, we push through, if we can, to a three-legged dog. This is my worst side, so if you want to see something funny, maybe you can just pause the video. But if you're moving through side crow like me, and then reverse kundinyasana, hopefully. Let's place both hands, fingertips spread wide, starting to bend the elbows. And the key is to come onto our tiptoes and bring those almost the top edge of that left thigh. We want to bring those thighs directly over the forearms, so creating a shelf with the forearms. And then directing the gaze forward, so starting to lean through. And then maybe looking to the side at this point and just start to bring those toes up off of the mat. Yeah, this is definitely my hardest side. Okay. Maybe starting to extend the legs. There we go. And when you're ready, placing that right foot down, push through the hands and then breathe that left foot up overhead. Amazing. Bend that left knee, bring the knee towards the nose, touch, extend it out. And then bring that knee towards the nose. This time let's plant the left foot. And then just bring that right foot in slightly, take it wide, take it to 45 degrees. Bring the blocks with us. Let's come into our pyramid. So sending that left hip back, hips are square. Let's take an inhale, open the chest. Exhale, lower down, lower that chest towards the thigh. Okay, now coming into our revolved half moon, we are taking our right block in front of us, bend in that left knee, bring that right foot up and to halfway. This time, we're going to bring the left hand towards the chest, towards the back, the sacrum, and then just start to open through that chest to the left-hand side, extending that left hand up overhead. This is definitely my hardest side. Let's take an inhale here. Stay for the exhale. Open. And then inhale. Bend in that right knee. Scoop that left hand up and over. Let's bring that knee towards the chest. Coming into our pistol squat. Extend that right foot. Maybe grab it first. Extend the right foot. And then start to bend in that left knee. Let's start to lower down all the way. Maybe it's a crash landing, extending both legs, coming into our Navasana once more. Breathe here. Let's take an inhale. Exhale, we lower down to our low boat. Maybe taking the hands overhead this time. Hold here. For 3. For 2. And for 1, let's push back up. Inhale. And on the exhale, let's cross over those ankles. Take a vinyasa or meet as in downward facing dog. Amazing. Okay, so from our downward facing dog, we're actually going to try and jump through the gap in between our hands to place our bum onto the floor. So key thing here is to keep the bum low, and maybe you'll need the blocks at this point. So just bring the blocks with us on the lowest setting. And looking forward. And the key is to keep the bum low. So looking forward, we're going to jump through. Bringing the legs forward. Maybe that was much smoother than me. Extending the legs. Let's inhale. Take the hands overhead. Exhale, forward fold, sending that chest towards the thigh. Inhale to open. Exhale to lower. And starting to release the pose. Let's bend in both knees. Coming into a reverse tabletop, so placing the hands behind us, fingertips faced in, pushing through the heels. Let's lift the hips, open the chest. Inhale here. Exhale, lower the bum back down. Okay, we're going to sit back down, taking the knees wide. Bringing the feet together, coming into a butterfly pose. So interlacing the fingers, wrapping them around the big toe or the feet, opening through the chest. Let's exhale, forward fold, over, seeing as far as you can go. Now rising, coming back up. Let's hook our peace fingers, so second and third finger around the big toes. We're going to take a V-sit, so bringing the knees in towards the chest, then extending the legs in front of us. Holding here. Taking an inhale. Maybe sending those feet wide. Exhale. Lifting the chest, lifting up. Taking an inhale here. What we're going to do is let go of the feet, let go of the hands. Take the hands overhead. Hold. For 3. for 2, and for 1. Bring the knees into the chest. Well done, guys. And we're going to start to lower all the way down. Towards the mat. Amazing. Extending the legs. Just giving yourself a nice big stretch. Then we're going to bring that right knee in towards the chest. Let's take it over, take it to the left. Cactus the arm to the right, or extend the arm to the right, looking over that right shoulder. Inhale. Exhale to deepen. Starting to slow down the practice. Starting to leave it all behind. Whatever's happened, happened. We did our best, we gave it a go. That's all that matters in the end. Let's bring that knee back to center. Extend it, let's bend the left. Take it over to the right. Cactusing that left arm on towards the mat, looking over that left shoulder. So I forgot to mention we're in a new place at the minute. I hope you've enjoyed the new scenery or the rock that we're looking at. My usual spot is taken at the minute, so hence why I've had to improvise. I think it's worked out quite well, actually. One more inhale here. And let's bring that knee back to center. Let's extend it. We're going to do one final squeeze, everyone. So squeeze everything. Squeeze your wrists, squeeze your shoulders up towards the ears. Squeeze your feet, squeeze your legs, squeeze your bum. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze everything. Let's take a big inhale. Exhale, release into the mat. Shavasana. Now I'm sure you'll be enjoying this one, just letting go of everything that's happened today, it's happened in our practice. You've been letting go of everything beyond the borders of this mat. Taking the opportunity to just be with yourself, be in the moment. Just be with your breath. Every inhale you take, expanding, and every exhale, deepening into the ground, surrendering to the mat. Enjoy these last moments of stillness. And if you're ready to move, starting to deepen the breath. Wiggling those extremities, stretching the hands overhead. Making your way back to a seated position onto the mat, whichever way you choose. If you want to bend in the knees, roll to one side, or just maybe rock up, perhaps with your eyes still closed. Bringing the hands to prayer at heart center. Let's take one last breath together, inhaling in through the nose, letting it go out through the mouth. Just taking one last moment to acknowledge you being here, finding the time, creating the space for yourself, challenging yourself, and honoring your practice. Bringing the thumb to the third eye. Let's bow down. Namaste. Well done, everyone. That was a tough one, but we got through it, and really proud of you. And I hope you enjoyed this practice. Thank you as always for letting me guide you, and I hope to see you back on the mat again soon.